What's up, Ranger Nation? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with another episode of Ranger Talk. And in this Ranger Talk episode, I'm just going to go down the line of what my favorite Power Ranger seasons are to my least favorite Power Ranger seasons, and it's going to be reversed. It's going to be least favorite to favorite. And what I'm going to do with like the super seasons, like Super Samurai, Super Megaforce, Super Dino Super Charge, Super Ninja Steel, I'm actually going to include those. I'm just going to put those all together in one, and we'll go from there. And then also, I'm not going to include Beast Morphers because obviously Beast Morphers, we haven't even came back from the hiatus yet, and we haven't gotten to season 2 of Beast Morphers. So I think maybe I will revise this video once. I don't know if I'm gonna revise it. I probably might not revise this video until next year. Next year, after season 2 of Beast Morphers has ended, and we're getting ready to go into the next, next season. So it's a toss up if I'll do it at the end of this year or just wait till next year. So we'll figure it out, and we'll play it by ear, you guys. Okay. All right, you guys. So there technically are like 20 seasons, although we've had, like I said, we've had the super seasons. There are technically 20 seasons, and we're gonna just go in order from, least to most. Okay. So with the number 20 on the list, I was making this list at work, and I was torn between these three because all three of them, I hate them equally, and I don't watch any one of them. And if you guys have been watching me for any length of time, you know which seasons I'm talking about. But number 20, I'm going to have to put Megaforce and Super Megaforce in that spot. There is no way in hell that I can ever sit down and watch that season ever again. Now I can watch Megaforce, but there is no freaking way on earth I'm ever going to watch Super Megaforce. Super Megaforce was horrible to me. It is unfathomably horrible. I hate that episode. I hate that season severely. I will never, ever, ever watch it again. Never. Never. And the reason why I say I will never watch Super Megaforce again is because Super Megaforce has so many freaking holes in it. We never got no real answers about how we came up with the Ranger powers from, Super Sentai, why Jake went from black to green, what happened to Robo Knight. Like, we just never got any answers from that. So for that alone, Super Megaforce is ranked low on my list. And this was a hard choice to make. And this could change. Like when I said I'm gonna do another video for Beast Morphers once it ends, this list, and more specifically the last three that I'm gonna do, these could rotate because they are very interchangeable because I hate all of them with a passion. So we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, so number 19 on the list is gonna have to be Ninja Steel. Ninja Steel, when it premiered, it started out really, really strong, but then Ninja Steel gradually got horribly, horribly worse as the season progressed, especially with Victor and Monty. Oh my God. If you guys watched the second half of my, if you guys were watching my reviews from Super Ninja Steel last year, they weren't that, people watched the videos, but overall the reviews were not quality reviews, to say the least. So that's why that is ranked where it is on my list. All right, so now we're gonna move over to number 18 on the list, and number 18 is Samurai and Super Samurai. The reason why I put Samurai on the list at low is because it was just basically a copy and paste of the Japanese footage, and I thought the acting was subpar. I hated the fact that they talked throughout the whole fight sequence. Like every fight scene, they were given a, almost like a monologue, and I'm just like, why are we sitting here listening to them talk through every hit, every blast, everything? So that is why Super Megaforce is where it is on the list. Hated it. But like I said, with Super Megaforce, Super Samurai, with Super Samurai, Megaforce, Super Megaforce, Ninja Steel, and Super Ninja Steel, those are definitely interchangeable because, like I said, each one of those hated them for their own separate reasons. So we're gonna keep it pushing and moving. So number 17 on the list will be Turbo. Turbo was not one of my favorite seasons, but it wasn't like my least favorite season either. Well, technically it's low on the list, but it wasn't like the best and it wasn't the worst. Now I have tried to watch the first half of Power Rangers Turbo, but I never 100% get through it because is there something about the first half of Power Rangers Turbo that I just 100% don't like. I don't know what it was about it, but I just didn't like it. I did, however, like the second half of Turbo when we got, TJ, Cassie, Ashley, and Carlos. And I think one part of me that, one big thing for me with Turbo was the fact that, like I said before, I did not like Justin. I didn't get an appeal to Justin. I guess they wanted for Justin. So for that reason, Turbo is number 17 on the list. But yeah, I just couldn't really get with and I loved the Rangers before, Tommy, Catherine, Tanya, Adam, and we're gonna exclude Justin. But for some reason, I just couldn't connect with the first half of the season. Could not. I think the only episodes in the first half of the season that I was fans of was Honey, I Shrunk the Rangers and Passing the Torch. Those were the main two episodes that I did like. Other than that, I didn't watch any of it at all. All right, so number 16 on the list will be Operation Overdrive. Operation Overdrive wasn't the worst season, but it really wasn't the best. Now, if I were to go by era, like Saban, original Saban, Disney, and Neo Saban, Operation Overdrive would actually be at the low end of that bracket because it's just not one of my favorites of the Disney era. Because I did like the Disney era, and like I said before in the video about the team up episodes, in Operation Overdrive, I wasn't a fan of Dax and I wasn't a fan of Ronnie at all. So, but also with Operation Overdrive, I loved Spencer. Spencer was one of my favorite characters in that season. Spencer, and I loved Rose, and I loved Will. Although I know Ranger fans don't really like the Sam, the one that played Will. I know fans don't like him, but that has nothing to do with me. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it pushing. So next, you guys, is number 15 on my list. Number 15. So with the list, I kind of had a hard time with this, and like I say, this whole list it can be interchangeable. But number 15 on my list is going to be Power Rangers Wild Force. I really didn't know where to place Wild Force because Wild Force is while I did watch Wild Force and I know pretty much every episode from Wild Force, it wasn't like one of my favorites although it did produce two of my favorite episodes, which is Reinforcements from the Future and also Forever Red. But as a whole, I just wasn't a big fan of the season. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. So that's why it's ranked where it is. Maybe I could have moved Wild Force. No, I don't know. I could have moved Wild Force up a little bit higher. I don't know. Again, you guys, like I said, this list is definitely something that could be interchangeable as we go forward. So who knows? All right, so next we have number 14, and that is going to be Power Rangers Mystic Force. Now, when when SPD was getting ready to end, and they were showing the little trailers for Power Rangers Mystic Force, and they were talking about, the fairies and the magical stuff, that kind of threw me off just a little bit. And I was like, okay, that's something different for Power Rangers. We've never went the magical route, but I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And the first episode premiered. I'm like, okay, I wasn't sold on it with the first two episodes. Wasn't sold on it, but then after I started getting into it, I'm like, okay, this is decent. And I think the saving grace in that season for me was Phineas. Phineas was one of my favorite characters in Mystic Force, and Chip. I like Chip. Chip being quirky, geeky, and loving magic. So I think those two characters alone were the big saving grace in Mystic Force for me. Like I said, more specifically, Phineas. So again, list interchangeable, but Mystic Force is where it is, and it might stay there. I'm not sure, because who knows. Number 13 on the list, Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge. Now, this could have been higher, but the reason why it's where it is because of Dino Supercharge more specifically. Dino Charge, the first half was amazing, loved it. Got the Mighty Morphin power. For me, it just gave me a whole Mighty Morphin feel. But then when we got to Dino Supercharge, it just felt like it went downhill, and I was just like, very confused as to what this is. And then also the fact that when with Kendall, we didn't really get any kind of a backstory on Kendall, and the fact that her last name was Morgan and she wore glasses, like, y'all couldn't do a tribute to Kendrick's Morgan from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Like, that could have been her niece. It couldn't have been her daughter, but it could have been her niece. Anything. Like, we really dropped the ball when it came to Kendall. And also the Purple Ranger, we just didn't feature her. So that is why Dino Charge is where it is. I wish it could have been higher, but just because I'm including Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge together in one is where it is for a reason. But overall, love Dino Charge. Dino Supercharge, it's hit or miss for me. Now we're getting toward the harder parts, and actually that list is actually not 20, it's 19. So, oh God, I'm gonna have to redo this video. So I'm not gonna redo the video, unfortunately. I'm not gonna redo the video. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna number them, but you know, we've caught up now. So 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So number 11 on the list is going to be SPD. So SPD, I love SPD. I think I'm good with where SPD is, because now like I said, we're getting toward the harder parts where I had to be like, damn. So this part, so where we at now is, it's like seasons that I think to myself, like, if I was at home all day and I had nothing to watch, which DVDs, like I said to you guys, I had the DVDs. It's just like at a point like now, which DVDs would I pull out to watch? So that's where we are right now. So SPD is number 11 on the list. And like I said, I know the numbering, I just caught myself, because what I had did originally was I had included in Beast Morphers, but then I thought to myself, I'm like, why are you including Beast Morphers when Beast Morphers is still currently airing? So the numbering, yes, I'm sorry you guys, the numbering is off. But I just called myself back up. So chalk it up to, you know, the fact that I wrote Beast Morphers on here and I was counting Beast Morphers. Number 10. So number 10 on our list is going to be Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder, I put this at number 10 because although it was really a great season, it's just not better than some of the other seasons that I haven't named yet. And I did love the fact that in Dino Thunder we got Tommy Oliver. He returned, but you know, there were parts of the season where we didn't really see him. But I loved, you know, the story, but you know, with Connor, Kira, and Ethan. I love their story, how they were coming from different walks of life. How Kira was the girl who thrived to be a musician, Connor was the jock, and Ethan was the, you know, the gamer. So that was a good, like I said, I like that season. One of my favorite seasons. I just could not put it above some of the other ones that are on my list, like that I have not gotten to. So we're just gonna keep pushing. So number 9 on the list is going to be Power Rangers and Ninja Storm. Maybe I could. Ninja Storm. Yeah, I'm fine with Ninja Storm being at number 9. Yeah, I really did love Ninja Storm. I think I'm fine with Ninja Storm being at number 9. I really do think that I'm good with that one. I'm thinking, do I want to? No, I don't want to change. I think I'm gonna keep it right there. It's cool. Number 7 is going to be Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue. That wasn't like a super favorite, one of my favorite seasons, but I do love Lightspeed Rescue. It has its own, little dynamic. I think the best thing about Lightspeed Rescue to me was Ryan, the Titanium Ranger. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with where I have Lightspeed Rescue listed. I think I'm good with that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. You're at number 6, you guys. Number 6 is Power Rangers Zeo. So Power Rangers Zeo, I put this here because this is the first season that we had away from Mighty Morphin, where we had new Ranger suits and new villains and new Zords. And it was just new for all of us. So it was something different. I loved it. I loved Tanya. I loved her story. From what the little bit that we got of her story. Zeo made me like Catherine. I think Catherine fit perfectly with the Zeo team, as opposed to her with the Mighty Morphin team. Now, the whole thing about Tommy being a Native American, we're just gonna leave it at that and move on. Number 5 on the list, and I know people gonna be like, you got this at number 5? Like, this should be number 1. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I know people, like I said, people are gonna be like, Mighty Morphin, like, and when I talk to people, people be like, when I tell people Mighty Morphin is not my favorite, not my top favorite season of all of them, because it's the original. I get it, it's the original, but it's just not my favorite. I love Mighty Morphin. I don't, it sparked, it created the way for everything after it, but it's just not number 1 in my book. Season 1, it had its own. I loved, the arc of the story, of the kids. They were in high school. They did extracurricular activities. They did, volunteer work. I loved it. But season 1 for me, with all that, all the Sentai footage, not the best. And then season 2, when Lord Zed came in and they did they got the Thunder Zords. And in some of the fight scenes that they had were still with some of Bandora's monsters, and you could see Megazord in the scenes as well. And then when Rocky, Adam, and Aisha did join the team, if you guys remember anything, when they would call for like the the power weapon, it would the blast, it would no longer be the one from Mighty Morphin. It would be the one from Die Rangers. So, Mighty Morphin it's a good season. I love Mighty Morphin season 1, 2, and 3. I love them. I really do. And also with Mighty Morphin, I know you guys probably noticed that I didn't say the Alien Rangers, because the Alien Rangers was a mini series, and it was also still part of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 3. So we're including that as well. Number 4 on the list is going to be Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I love Jungle Fury, without a doubt. Jungle Fury is one of my favorites in the bunch. So yeah, I can't say anything bad about Jungle Fury. I can't say something. At first, those suits, when I first saw them, it looked like pajamas. And I'm like, so the Rangers are fighting in their pajamas now? But eventually, as the season went on, the suits grew on me. And actually, they're one of my favorite suits of all time, next to Lost Galaxy. You know what? I want to do some cosplay, and I want to do a cosplay as a Lost Galaxy Ranger and as a RPM Ranger. More specific, I want to do Scott, and I want to do a Jungle Fury Ranger. I think I want to do because I love Casey's suit, and I love Theo, and blue is my favorite color, by the way. So I might do Theo. So yeah, Jungle Fury is number 4 on the list. So we got 3, 2, and 1, and you guys probably know what number 1 is, but we're gonna go with the next 2, and I'm pretty sure you guys can guess those 2, but you don't know what order they're in, do you? Number 3. Oh, Now these two, 3 and 2, might be interchangeable because I have number 3 listed as RPM. RPM is one of my favorite seasons as well. Oh, I'm really thinking about this because RPM has such a great story arc. Do you want to switch RPM? Do you want to put that as number 2? RPM. Oh gosh. Nah, you guys, I think I'm good with RPM being number 3. I really do think I am. So for the last 2 of the list, which I'm pretty sure by now you can guess which 2 they are, so we're just gonna keep moving. So number 2 on the list is Power Rangers in Space. Power Rangers in Space is my favorite season. You know, it's the season that saved the franchise altogether. Yeah, there is nothing that anybody should ever be able to say bad about Power Rangers in Space. In Space, like I said, is the shit, without a doubt. Number 2 on the list. So I think I'm good with In Space. I think I'm good with In Space, and then RPM being 3. I think I'm good on that. I think I'm good. Like I said, you guys, like I said before, this all could be interchangeable. Not sure, but we're gonna move on to number 1 on the list. Number 1 of all time is Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Lost Galaxy, without a doubt, hands down, to the end of time, will always and forever be number 1 in my life. Because to know me is to know that if I'm ever going to grab a DVD that to watch, it's going to be Power Rangers. You can better believe that Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is going to be in that I'm watching. And currently, right now, I am watching Power Rangers Lost Galaxy on my Xbox 360. It's in there. I'm watching the episode where I'm watching the disc for, you know, the Chameleon Warrior, Red Romance, To the 10th Power, Power of Pink, Turn Up the Volume, Protect the Quasar Saber. That's where I'm at right now. So like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and also in the comments let me know what you guys' favorite seasons are in same order from 19 to number 1. And like I said, I didn't include Beast Morphers, so I don't want anybody to include Beast Morphers in theirs because it wouldn't be fair to rate Beast Morphers because Beast Morphers is still currently airing. So until the next time, Ranger Nation, see ya.